Hello, just going to have a look at Tel Brak in Syria, but beginning here, this is the main building of Sydney University by Edmund Blackett, based on Trinity College. It's 1, 2, 3, ABC of all the numbers. Anything by Edmund Blackett is that, but important feature. So again, to this, the Fertile Crescent and this very interesting part of the world. And so in that recent series, An Ancient Legacy, I've been Rajam El Hiri, Ain Dara, again in this area around Göbekli Tepe and these similar sites. But very close to that, we have a site, Tel Brak, and that's very interesting site. And so again, it's one of these really ancient sites of urbanisation, which makes it very interesting. I'll put these links in a description, but so we have, well, here it says 6,000 years ago, but the earliest period of Tel Brak is, we'll zoom in on that because there's like a mound and there were city walls and stuff there, but the Halaf culture 6,500 BC is sort of the early dated period of this, and then it moved through several stages such as the Ubaid up through the Akkadian and other places, but there we see Tel Brak. But what's interesting about it is, okay, so there we also interesting. Okay, so we have the famous city of so the ziggurat of which is one of these famous places. So Abraham was, it was said to have come from the city of as in Uruk, the Sumerian period as well. So Gilgamesh and all these other places. So this is like in the middle of Sumer. Now the ziggurat of has been rebuilt, but also based on ancient descriptions by I think it was Herodotus and others. Now they did describe it with okay, so I'm going to take too slow, but it's a temple that again fits these measures, just so lovely part of this ancient legacy. But what's interesting about Tel Brak is, and so again I'll go to have a look at the Nicholson Museum, and there's been a refit, but the Nicholson Museum is a pretty awesome place because it's the largest collection of ancient artifacts in the southern hemisphere. It was really cool. They're doing a rebuild of it. We'll see how that goes. But we have and here we have our panel with the artifacts from Tel Brak. But so we just get a picture, get a better view. But what's interesting about and makes this particular site special is not only is of the age is quite old, but we also have it's the main temple there has been described as the Temple of the Eye because of these figurines. And we have a look, and these are very unusual. There's no with these large eyes. There's no comparison. It seems to be a unique thing to this area, and it's like as with so much with ancient sites, it's not well known. Interesting also that anyway, at least in the later period, the Akkadian period, the brick walls were 33 feet thick, which just matches wonderfully with all these ancient sites from Egypt over to the Indus. But even again, I wouldn't. We see these eye figurines from the Eye Temple, as it's called, and but again, yeah, just an interesting little site. Not much you've very rarely talked about. And we see again just these eye figurines. It separates it from the rest of the area where there tends the figurines or depictions seem to be standard, as where in Tel Brak it's very unusual and doesn't fit with the standard goddesses and depictions and stuff in there as well. But because of the age of it and its proximity to Göbekli Tepe and a few of these other very ancient sites around there, even based on some of the drawings, the carving, from there, just a curiosity, just to share that and see if you haven't heard of this site or these places, and again, just the location of it, and again, very ancient urbanisation, with all the what this whether it's Mohenjo-daro as well. Just there's a complexity there. There's a civilization there. There's a design and architecture in these places. But Tel Brak is unusual in that, yes, because of these eye figurines and some other places. Yeah, but again, 6,500 BC, the earliest dated period, using the pottery and such. And again, just a cool little site. Just thought I'd share and have a good one.